Ready to retire?
Is that thing running?
Hmm?
I think I'm ready as I'm ever going to be. If I'm not ready now, I'll never be ready. There's jury cook. You're looking at jury now. Making your way around the room.
There we go. Well, I got good help. I'll get back in a minute. And go check on the food. Should be about ready. Be with me with that.
Kill a cow, I just wanted to bring you a steak.
I wouldn't pick out a good one, though.
Dad's coat, Mayor had a coat.
Sirloin tips, medium well,
Good what?
peppers and onions.
Dad's mayor had a coat.
Oh, really? Expected or unexpected?
We expected it, but it sort of come in, expected Sunday morning. Had it up there.
Did you get back here?
Yeah.
A lot of it. I don't think she's producing enough milk.
You giving an Animax?
Yeah. We just get started giving it to her after she had the coat.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Told Joanna, I said, Joanna, the health care is going to change when Joe retires.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not going to be able to give him as much. So we can either start sending your horses to the same doctor that Joe goes, or you can send Joe to the same.
That's the better
vet.
solution, yeah.
So here it is. You're next, Joe.
Go to my favorite vet.
And I asked Joe what his worst nightmare was the last year or so, and it's says, wake up, Mr. Davenport. Did you say spin or split?
That's good. Well, thank you so much. I need every bit. That's some good advice you give me right there.
Good luck to you, buddy. I've worked with you 20-some years. You've done film and fiber, an excellent job, and I'm going to miss you, and I know they're going to miss you.
Thank you for saying it, Michael.
That's what I mean.
Thank you. Thank you.
Pass that down there.
Yeah, I need that for my file. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I've probably known Joe longer than anybody in here. 67, 81, around there. And I didn't know about this get-together until this morning. And if I'd had a little time, I could have got some of Joe's old workers from when he used to be down in Massey Pond and treating tanks. I could have got Tojo to come.
Oh, boy, it'd have been a great one.
Tojo would have really liked to have come and spoke about Joe.
Oh, yeah.
And could have got Bob Bradley and Bill Crawford.
Yeah.
And I know all these guys would like to have come and said some time or some words. Because, like I say, I've been here 33 years, and 33 years I've been here. If Joe was not the top agitator that I've known, he's in the top two. He is at the top of the list.
Covertly. Yeah, in a covert manner.
And I wish you the best of luck.
Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Joe's, I guess everybody knows that Joe's just a little bit stingy.
What do you mean?
Frugal.
Frugal might be a better word. Frugal might be a better word. But anyway, I remember one instance, Joe's all the time trying to get in my drawers there at the, file cabinet, get any crackers or food or anything.
Checking files.
And one day I was sitting there and I heard him come through and he said, I'm about to faint. He said, I'm about to pass out. He said, you got anything in there to eat? I said, well, I think there's some crackers in there, Joe. So I got some crackers and I said, Joe, do you realize you passed 2 Break Shacks on the way up here? He's about to exhaust me.
I know it. I remember it well. I remember I found those raisins in there that were grapes before that you'd had.
Remember that?
But they were raisins. Did you eat them? No, I was afraid to touch them. They'd been in there so long they were petrified.
Oh, God. Joe, I remember when Doug was getting ready to retire, Doug was leaving stuff, they said, don't bring issues to me, I'm in retirement mode. And so, he was
Was that 3-4
Joe.
years?
This is
So
Joe's
Joe,
face.
yeah. So anyway, Joe was just criticizing Doug, you know.
Can't get him to do nothing.
Yeah, can't get him to do nothing. Why don't you go ahead and do it, Doug? You know, so you're not retired yet. And, and so we find I see a sign down there, you know, somebody put up, and they just put it up for Joe. It says, you know, in retirement mode, take your issues someplace else. But Joe never took it down. He left it up. And so he's been in the retirement mode for about the same amount of time Doug was. Yeah.
Fall into that, didn't you?
Of
Yeah.
course, everybody remembers the yard of beef, right? That he brought to the dinner.
Well, some of it, yeah, some of it. I served it fresh.
You served it fresh. Yeah.
Quite a yard left.
I think Charlie got a kick out of
He
that.
did, didn't he? Yeah, that really impressed him, didn't it? But that food, remember that date you gave me all your food? Now, go ahead and tell the group about that.
No, I ain't gonna tell that.
Go ahead, tell it. Go ahead.
We want to talk.
Good story, too.
That's a good story.
I want to talk about, and Joanne, don't. This is a story long ago. Long before
How
we
long?
met you.
Oh, okay.
You all remember, Larry, I guess you remember Joyce, don't you? That came up here. Well, Joyce is right after Joe's divorce, I guess.
Okay.
And Joyce would get up there and just aggravate him, you know, kid with him and stuff. She had him over in the corner one day, and Joe was trying to do something on the computer. She was rubbing his leg. And I thought Joe was going to melt. I mean, she's just doing it for me now.
I think she sat down on my lap. Yeah, if I remember right.
Anyway,
Whose is this?
Jerry, you got something? Jerry's got something here for you.
I want to tell y'all that the time that I spent.
I miss Joyce, by the way.
that
She's a good worker.
a little bit of time I worked
And you love
with
her.
Joe.
Really
He was a great guy to work with, and so was this group. And y'all are real lucky to hung together all this time, Joe, keeping them together.
Thank you.
I could think of a lot of things to say about Joe, but I really wanted to do something for him. And I've had a lot of meals with Joe. And, you know, I know he loves lemonade, and he usually orders water, and then he goes around and tries to get all the lemons he could. So one time, Joe, and you're... I'd like you to have all you want.
Oh, man, I can make up tons of lemonade now. Thank you.
Joe.
Oh, yeah, gotta have that. Gotta have that. That's gotta be part of the package. That is a cost-cutting measure right there. Thank you so much. Oh.
I met a lot of people at Eastman, but I believe old Joe Horn's about as straight up as they get. The nicest guys I ever worked around. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, I appreciate
Good luck
that.
to you and your new bride.
There you go. She's gonna need it.
Listen, I've had a bunch of them. It's not that bad. You just got
Just keep sorting through it. Just keep working on it, working. Qualities you want, right?
Joe's all the time getting these coupons out of the phone book and stuff, especially Lockerettas or places like that. And
Yeah, I live like
always looking through coupons.
I miss Lockeretta.
We went over to Lockerettas one day for lunch, and we were standing in line. Joe said, "I've got a coupon here, you know, buy one, get one free meal." We were standing in line, he handed me the coupon and said, "Here's my lunch." I had to pay for mine. I said, "I got his too." I mean, it worked out perfect.
Joe, you fell 2 notches.
My kindness was overwhelming. Okay. Anybody else got any other enchanting statements to make?
Yeah, I guess I'd like to just say something. I haven't known you that long, Joe, but it's been a real pleasure working with you. And I was all prepared for you to do this at Christmas time.
Right. So was
And then
I.
when they canceled the split, I figured, well, you come to Christmas too, just like they did, and you'd stay. So we're real sorry to see you go, but We wish you the best of luck.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate
He's
that.
still got another day back out.
That's right. He just told me about that interest rate change. It's got me very concerned. I gotta check into that this evening. I've gotta look into that. I don't like the sound of that. Don't like the sound of that. Okay, is that it? I'm gonna go ahead and make my little speech.
Well, we got one. 20, and everybody was in amazement at just watching it grow. And two individuals were out looking, and they just decided to pluck the flower and harvest it.
Yeah.
So Linda wanted to present that.
Oh, well, thank you so much. We will think of you like we do this flower. Gone, but not forgotten. Y'all pass that around.
Apartment head. Trying to get some points.
Right, it's for the goats. Remember, she had the goats.
And it wasn't long, whatever point Joe did gain by that, he lost, cause she
gone along with the
yeah.
Goats are gone, she is too.
No, goats ain't gone.
No, that's right, Lynn's got the goats.
Linda got it, yeah.
Okay.
She got the goat.
Okay, now, any other nice comments from anyone?
Not George Washington, I know that.
I was gonna give you a brief history of,
You'll have to do the thing about the water.
oh, that one, that'll remind me after a while as I get to go along that. But I just wanted to give y'all a brief history of when I came to work at Eastman and everything. Now, Andy, let's stay with this, you gotta be patient on this because I come out of the coal fields over here in Virginia. I was raised over in the mountains. And I didn't know what air conditioning was. I don't think I'd ever ate a steak. So I was coming out of the hills there just, come one night. And Boo's got late to that real well because he knows too, he come out of coal fields too. But I came over here, I drove an old 56 Chevrolet. And my dad said, well, son, why don't you go to East when they hire a lot over there, or some something like that. So, okay, I'll do that. So a friend of mine, some of you have probably heard the story before, but we loaded up, I had an old 56 Chevrolet, and we drove over here, got to Gate City. I stopped there in Gate City, saw this guy there, and I said, could you tell me how to get to Eastman? And lo and behold, thank the Lord, he gave me directions. He said, go down this road. He went on John B. Dennis and come around, and he got me. So I drove and come around there. Well, you got to understand, just a country boy, just a kid out of high school, didn't know anything. So I come down there in 75. I managed to get down to 75, pulled in front of 75 down there, went in building 75, right to the plot. Went in there, and the secretaries, they were real nice to me. I remember there's two of them, two real pretty secretaries. And they were real nice to me and gave me directions up to 215 personnel. So they guided me up there, and I applied, of course, for the job, and they hired me just within a couple of weeks. And but prior to that, prior to getting the job, what was so unusual, I was just trying to find a job, whatever. I remember there was doing some construction work, and they had these flagmen out there, beside the road. I said, I can do that, I'm flagging traffic. That's what I do. So I couldn't find that construction company that day, though. So that's the reason I ended up coming to Eastman. So, by the grace of God, I could be out there still flagging the traffic. I mean, and it's true, that's how it could have went. And I just thank the Lord that it didn't go that way. That I ended up with what I feel is a great job for many years. And of course, I hired NC division and stayed in C division the whole time. I mean, it's very unusual, I guess, but that's the way it was. I stayed there all the time. I worked in Con, and it was over there in the powder, the magnesium oxide, where we make up the tanks and all that. I did it all, poured it by hand, every bit of it then, in those days. I always tried to make the jobs fun. And those 50-pound bags, we'd like the Pillsbury Doughboy and be in that stuff. I'm talking about completely engulfed in it, with the mask on and white coveralls. Well, what I used to do, this guy I worked with, Pete, we called him, Jim Seller, and he'd go up there under this. We had an air mover that moved air from just a hood, environmentally incorrect today. They just blew it straight onto the roof up there where we were pouring this stuff. Jim would go up there after we poured it. He'd get under that thing with the air blowing down on him, to get the dust off of it a little bit, shake it off and everything, because it covered up. I'd time it out where Jim would go up there, and I had a 50-pound bag of that magnesium oxide ready. So So as soon as he went up there, but I gave him timing, and I threw that big 50-pound bag into that fan. So you can imagine when that hit that fan. So, that used to be one of my favorite tricks amongst Eddie. But I did always try to make the job fun because we already so filthy.
You're trying to say it hit the fan.
The mag hit the fan. Big time. But we had a lot of fun doing those jobs. I enjoyed working over the years. And anyway, then I had 3 sons who came along, and I had to get off that day job and stop. I used to race cars back then, those days. I just wanted a day job so I could race cars. That's my objective in life at that time. But I had 3 boys that came along, and they need to eat regularly and all that. So I went on shift work and ended up over in film and fiber department at that time, working the processing group. And I went to work for Gary Hensley at that time. He had just made team manager. And where I came from now, in ASICON, they didn't treat you like a person. You was like the brick in the wall there type mentality at that time over there with the management style they had. So Roy Ward was another older man that was like an area manager up there. And Gary was the team manager, foreman then, called him. And I remember what impressed me was how kind that they were to me. And they came up to me asking me, you know, where are you from and where do you live and where you got kids and all kinds of personal questions. It made me feel real good. It made me want to do a good job. It wanted me to do my very best. And I did. I gave it 100%. And it just changed my whole attitude toward the company because I had at that time, a real negative attitude from that area I was in because, like I say, it was a management style. It was a totally different management style than what I was used to in film and fiber. So, very appreciative of them, and Roy passed away a few years later after I hired him there. And Doug remembers that. Doug was there when I came over, and he remembers all those situations and how the environment was. But we had a lot of fun over there and everything. I still remember when you dumped those, or helped dump those tires. In the street over there.
I believe that paid your day.
I remember that.
Everybody remembers that one. Yeah, I think they had that on the history of Eastman.
Yeah, I met it coming in. I was walking down the street and it met me.
I think that's what helped them realize just how good a guy you was.
Yeah.
You took care of that.
I helped clean that stuff up.
Yeah, I had to go down there and close the valve on it, and I had to dig with a shovel down to get to the valve, close the valve. That's how bad it was. It was an interesting time. But let's see what else I had on my list. But anyway, I stayed in the film and fiber, and then I went to SRO program, stayed on that 5 years, and enjoyed that. It was quite a challenge. I had SECON and all the film and fiber and general labor and the services group and all that. And a lot of challenges there. A very stressful job, but it was very challenging. Moose was in that group at that time, and he knows what it was like. But I really enjoyed that. Then, when they did away with the SRO program, that's when I went into training and started training from scratch within film and fiber. And remained in that until I took over MOC in film and fiber and picked up that dual role. And then 2 years ago, when we brought Specialty Plastics in with CE, merged it, that's where I came over along with Doug as training coordinator and MOC coordinator, and Doug was safety coordinator, of course, at that time. But that's a brief history of where I've been at Eastman and stayed within CE and enjoyed a lot of people and everything. Let's see. One thing that impressed me a few years back, I saw that video, and some of you probably have, it's called Do Right. Lou Holt, in Notre Dame at that time, said do what's right, do the best that you can, and treat everyone like you'd like to be treated if the situation were reversed. And for some reason, I watched a lot of things similar to that, but for some reason that really impressed me, because I do believe in those things and the way people should be treated. Because this life's very short, as we well know. As you get older, you can see that. And treating people right, doing the right thing, having some compassion for individuals and an understanding of people's personal problems. It's like I referred to about Gary at that time, the way they treat me. When you make someone feel important and make them a value, then I think they'll do a lot better job for you. Now, it doesn't apply to every single individual, but the vast majority, I do believe that. It's a philosophy I do believe in. Treating people right and everything. Let's see. Another thing I want to bring up was what I call future concerns. One thing that I see within the company, I'm really told better about the company than I did earlier, But one thing that's really hit me is our many people are on a roll to get promotions more so than concentrating on the business. And that's something I really believe. Maybe I'm wrong completely, but I do believe that that's a problem within the company as a general rule. I believe that there's so many people trying to advance themselves over doing what's right for the company. If they would do what's right for the company, then they're going to get the advancements, in my opinion. But they've got the role reversed. But that is a concern I have. I hope the company management will, the top will see that that's becoming a problem and look into that and maybe help people to understand that's not the way to do
What are you looking
business.
at him for? He can't do that.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Everyone can do something about it. But that is a concern I have. I hope it
He's top
changes.
man.
The positives I do have, I feel good about what Brian Ferguson has done so far personally. The two major moves that he sent out and done where he didn't pay the bonus to, I wish Griff had been here, didn't pay the bonus to the upper management. I could console Griff in that. But I think it was the right move. I think the vast majority of people do feel that only the selfish of the selfish would feel it wasn't the right thing to do. I think he made the right decision there. And then going ahead and laying the rest to split. Once that was determined they're not going to split, going ahead and putting that to bed, so to speak, and being done with it. I think it was two good moves on his part. So hopefully things are going to change for the company. And I think if the economic situation overall does better, then Eastman will do better also. And that's what I hope for the company, for everyone's sake, this whole community and everyone in this room also. Another thing I thought I'd just say to you is how you finish is how you'll be remembered. I think you all have heard those kind of statements before, but that's so true. The way you finish the race, so to speak, is how you'll be remembered. If something negative comes up toward the last of your life or with a company like this or whatever, it's sort of like that's what people focus on. But I want every one of you all to finish strong, do a good job, do what's right, treat everybody right. And I wish you the best, every one of you. I think a lot of you. That's about it, I guess. Oh, wait a minute, yeah. Okay, let's see, let me get sure. Yeah, I used to do this to people who thought they were somebody. Well, too little too, yeah. Sometimes when you're feeling important, sometimes when your ego is in bloom, sometimes you take it for granted that you're the most qualified in the room. Sometimes when you think you're leaving an unfillable hole, just follow this acquaintance and see how it fills your soul. You take a bucket and fill it with water. Put your hand in up to the wrist. Take it out. The hole that's remaining, that's a measure of how much you'll be missed. You can splash all you wish when you enter. You can stir up the water galore. But just take a moment and notice, you'll see it's the same as before. Now the moral of this little story is this. Do the best that you can. Be proud of yourself. But remember, there is no indispensable man or woman.
Yeah, we've heard his another.
Yeah, that's a good
I think I can quote it.
Uh-oh, I take it all back.
See, that
Will you send a note to Brian?
No, you're not wrong.
Hey, boy. Hey, boy. Hey. Hey there, and there's Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Bert. Hey, girl.
I feel tired.
Going to get cold.
I'll be at one.
What time did you leave work today?
About 4:20.
4:20.
I had to make up that time.
Just a little before I left, huh? Well, how's it feel to have one more day basically
One
left?
more day at Eastman. That's a strange feeling, really. So I'll only know tomorrow when I get there. See how I feel.
Do you feel sad at all?
Well, there's mixed emotions. There's sadness, but there's happiness.
Good.
So it's a mix.
Okay.
But I think I'll survive it as long as I got you.
Good. I'm glad you feel that way. I'm here for the long haul.
Oh, there's been a fight here.
What
Look at
happened
little
here?
Charlie. Oh, look.
What happened?
He got run over. Major was trying to hurry and get out there, and he ran over him. Here comes somebody else
And I
running.
hear
Yeah, look over here.
everybody's putting on a show.
Look here, run, girl, run.
It's funny what cold air will do to you.
Yes, it is.
Ooh, it's getting cold.
You just hold your camera steady. If you get on a post there, it might be better because you can steady off the post. Everybody's running.
Ooh. Everybody's running the dog. She's gonna hurt herself here.
Putting on a show.
And Major's right under my legs.
But you see, if you get over against that post, you can steady your camera better.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not gonna be here very long.
Okay. I'm going inside where it's warm, where I've got a fire going.
Here, Skip. Come on, girl. Skipper, come here. Come on. Come on, girl. Have you fed her yet?
Yeah. Everybody's fed. I just moved right here because of the water being frozen. I wouldn't have,
Yeah.
so her water wouldn't be frozen up.
Okay.
With the electrical heater plugged in.
Okay.
You're shaking like a leaf.
I know.
There she goes. I've already given her hay, hon. Yep. There's my old truck.
I'm going in. Bring that with you.
Hurry, everybody, get inside, quick. Mr. Major. And there's little Matilda. Morning. Good morning. It's Charlie coming out of the hay. Yeah. Let's see who we got here. And Skipper. It's cold out here this morning. Here comes someone else. Major coming out of the hay. And over there, there's little Millie. Guys, was it cold out here last night? Huh? Was it cold? Oh yeah. My goodness. Okay. You guys have got it made. What? Got it made. Yeah. Okay.